Hello, everybody. My name is Kim, and today I'm going to talk to you about a discredited company called anime. Have you ever thought how difficult it must be being a successful mangaka? Anime is a hand-drawn art, computerized animation. And the word anime literally means animation in Japanese. Its origin is from Japan, and this is the right here we have the first picture or the first anime ever created. It is from 1970. And I want to talk to you about what is a mangaka. Before you have an anime, before you see an anime, it has to come through a really tough. You have to draw it and paint it. And then, if a company gets interested in your job, then probably you have a good chance that your job will be animated and will become an anime. It's been more than a century that anime was created, but it went through a lot of criticized anger, mostly worried parents for their children, for their children might be confused or disturbed about Japanese culture. Therefore, I'd like to talk to you about discussions in the internet about anime, classification, and demography, and my own perspective as a sucker for anime. Anime is something created with the only purpose of disturbing kids' minds. And in the internet, you can find anime lovers, haters, people that like it or dislike it. There's everything. But I was searching for information in the internet when I saw a post that says, "How do I tell my lovely daughter to stop watching these Japanese cartoons? She's only 15, and those cartoons are gross and pervert." The first thing that came to my mind was, what kind of anime is the girl watching? I mean, I'm not going to lie. There are a lot of, as good as you find masterpieces, you can also find bad and awful stories too. Like everything in the world, there has to be a balance. This happened with music, even TV shows, or everything, honestly. And I would recommend you to, before you watch something, to read the description. If you like the description, then you can give it a shot. That's what I do. If I like a song and I don't know the lyrics, I find the lyric, and if I like the letter, then I will probably skip listen to it. And my next topic is, let's stop watching these Japanese cartoons made for kids. This is another phrase that I found on the internet, and I gotta admit that it's really annoying how adults think that everything is for kids because it's wrong, everything is for kids, and it's not. So today I'm going to give you some classification from some animes and their demography as well. Let's start with shonen. Shonen is for young teens around 13 and 15 years old. Um, it usually has a powerful main character with the second character as his rival and a beautiful girl waiting to be saved. In this category, you can find animes such as Naruto, Bleach, and Dragon Ball Z. Z, my favorite one. Seinen is an anime. It's a demography that describes people, young adults. It's for ages over 18, and it deals real dilemmas such as war, corruption, religion, and also psychological problems. In this category, you can find animes such as Code: Psychopaths, Rocket. I have some exceptions. These three animes that you see on the screen are demographied as shonen, but I'm going to give you a little bit of context of what I think that they are saying. The first one is Attack on Titan. And here you can see how humans fight against titans. Humans have to fight to survive, and titans is human. I didn't put it here just because how bloody it is. It also touches the real dilemma, and it is the war between towns. And also they show you how the titans eat all the humans. Then we have Hunter x Hunter. It's an anime about two kids, Gon and Kyo. They try. Gon wants to be a hunter because he wants to find out the reason why He dad left him so many years ago. And the description doesn't sound as a seinen, but actually it is. It it can show you gore, and can also show you selfishness and toxic love and a lot of more things. And the last one we have Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. The biggest scene in alchemy in Full Metal it is to human transmutation. And the quote that defines alchemy is equivalent exchange. So our main characters, Edward and Alphonse, failed because they wanted to bring their mother back, but the equivalent must be done. So Ed lost his arm and a leg, and Al lost his full body. I chose this one because it shows you how war is corruption. It touches also religion, and I wanted to share it with you. And we have shoujos. This is more common in girls. It is an demography for young girls from 7 to 14 years old, and it is usually is romance and comedy. In this category, you can find Fruit Basket, my favorite one. I really like it. Kimi Kuroke and Sakura Card Captor. And finally, my last point, my own perspective. When I was little, I used to watch a lot of anime since I was maybe 5. As you can see in the picture, there used to be the three of us, me, my sister, and my cousin. We have always had problems with our aunts for the way we because for what we watched. And I remember that I had a really busy schedule. You know, uh, when I arrived home, I had to do my homework really fast because back in those days, if you didn't finish your homework, mom might not give you permission to turn on the TV. So I have to finish it really fast, and I have maybe 1 hour. I arrived home at 12:40. I have half an hour before my lunch was ready. I had my lunch and then I continued doing my homework. At 2 p.m., I had a TV show that was called Pretty Little Liars. And then I have half of an hour to go and buy something on the library or whatever I needed. And then to 3:30 to 4, I watched it in Yasha. Then to 4 to 4:30, I watched Naruto. In those days, it's not like nowadays that you can watch whatever you want whenever you want it. And if you if you forgot to watch the episode or if you couldn't watch it, you may not know what happened with your favorite character. And in my case, I didn't have internet or a cell phone to find out or know what would happen. And I had problems with my aunt because they look at me really bad, like if I was contagious or something. I don't know what's wrong with them. And also my friends told me, why are you so sentimental? Why are you so sensitive to animes or a character? And I always said that I really feel the character. If I, if a person, if my favorite character feels desperate, I really feel it. And that's why I want to give you some. I want to use two of my favorite characters to give you an example of the way I see it. I'm going to choose Toulouse B. Britannia from Code Geass. Code Geass is based on a war between Britannia and also a war versus Japan. Japan lost the first war, so they were renamed by Britannia as Area 11, and the Japanese were called 11. Lelouch is a Britannian prince that his father used him as a bargaining tool. Lelouch has a sister called Nanalie. She she always she's blind and crippled. So he's going to create a new world. He's going to destroy Britannia for the because his father used him and awful. And also he wants to create a new world with his sister and live happily. And here's a quote that Lelouch said that might give you a perspective of his personality. If the king doesn't lead, how does he expect his subordinates to follow? I really like his character, and at the end, I don't want to give you any kind of a spoiler, but he does everything he can so he can actually help his sister because the father is really bad and he enjoys watching his kids fighting for the throne, and he has no possibility for the way she is. My next example is Tilo. Here's a quote that he said: "If I knew a friend had the opportunity to help, wouldn't I be betraying him?" At the beginning, you can see how Tilo was really cold. He is from a family of assassins, so it's kind of common that he is like that. But in the meantime, when he met Gon, his best friend, um, he will change. He will he will change his killing thoughts to sensitive and really worry for his friend thoughts. As you can see, there are a lot of pictures of them be together, and it's really cute how their relationship throughout the story is growing up, and I really like it. But what would happen he if he lost the opportunity to help Gon the same way Gon helped him? He's going to cry, and I cried with him. I gotta be honest. When I saw him crying, I was like, "Oh my gosh, please don't cry. I really like you." And the way he changes makes me feel, I don't know how to say it, but it's really comfortable to see that maybe I'm not the only one that actually cries for a fictional character, and there's gonna be somebody else. And he's only 30, so it's kind of obvious that, that he's not able to do everything in this world. And as a conclusion, um, I've already told you the reason why I really like my characters, and um, if if loving or feeling and or dislike characters makes me weird, so be it. I'm done of hearing people saying that I'm crazy or even the way I act is stupid. I don't care anymore, and I'm trying to be open-minded, but some people doesn't want to be open-minded, so I'm doing everything I can. And finally, thank you for listening. Um, I don't know if you have questions, or I don't know if my
I have a question for you.
tell me.
Uh, how important do you think that it's anime in these days?
Mm, I would say that is more important these days than before. Before it used to be like, oh my God, it's just some cartoons that the kid is watching, but right now it's more important in the kids now they feel they want to be their character, which is not good. I like my characters, but I don't want to beat them. So I think you should find the difference between like and want to be somebody. So I think that's important. Okay. I
Okay.
don't know.
Yes, I have a question. How the Lulu's story end? Because I think it's really interesting to know.
Oh, well, he he becomes an emperor. He he destroys Britannia, and he earns everybody hate. All the Japanese people, Britannia. He wants everyone to hate him, and at the end, he let's say that a Japanese friend of him will kill him. So everything that the, the all the nation, if you can call it like that, had in common is the hatred that they had to lose. So when he died, they don't have a reason to fight anymore, and they become um, equals, and they try to work together as a nation, not two countries, as a nation.
Wow,
So,
it's really great. And you know what? I really like to watch animes also.
oh my God,
Yeah,
I'm so
that's why I really enjoy your presentation.
glad. Thank you. I don't know if anybody else have a question
What
or
is
a
your
comment.
favorite? What is your favorite type of anime?
I would say seinen because it's it depends the age, but when I was young, I would probably say shonen. I've never been a big fan of shoujo, but I think I would say shonen in those days. But right now it's seinen because it's more human. It shows you real human problems, and that's what I like.
That's great.
Thank you. Okay, I don't think anybody else have a question, so thank you for listening. Um, I really appreciate your time.